It's only January, but Call of Duty 2017 leaks are springing up like a terrible plumbing job, so let's get right into them and more in the Call of Duty news of the week. Footage for a new Call of Duty game entitled People's Army, hinting at a Vietnam-era setting, hit Twitter, which showed an opening sequence, the main menu, and the multiplayer lobby. The splash screen is a still image with a moving background with a prompt that has the PlayStation controls. The main menu is reminiscent of Advanced Warfare, with several angles of the same character, along with the possible selections of campaign, multiplayer, undead survival, and the return of theater mode. Next is the multiplayer menu, which seems to have a Call of Duty 3 or World at War style font, which makes sense that Call of Duty would reuse fonts instead of making up new ones, along with all the normal things you'd expect, with the merchant probably being when the supply drops are purchased. Microtransactions confirmed for COD 2017. The next menu is the barracks, where, holy shit, there's actually a combat record and a place to check all of your medals you gain. This is already further along than Infinite Warfare currently is, and it says Alpha right on it. Lots of people claim that the leaks were real, given that the Twitter egg, which is footage was sent from, had been taken down. However, considering that the footage has also been uploaded to multiple YouTube channels for days now without a DMCA takedown, it's almost assuredly fake. Also, considering that there's a ton of assets in these menus, including calling card being a rendition of a famous World War II painting by Thomas Lee called the 2,000-Yard Stare, and the image in the menu by the message of the day is ripped directly from Battlefield Bad Company 2. Not that Call of Duty hasn't been ripping off other games for years now. This almost assuredly means that this has been cobbled together to fool us. That brings us to another video that was sent to me by I Am Heisenberg's on Twitter of another Call of Duty 2017 leak called All Out War. This time it's a vertically shot video of just the splash screen, which has that similar still image with a moving backdrop. People, stop shooting videos in portrait. Landscape, motherfucker. I hate those black vertical bars. I couldn't find any assets used in this video, but considering that it looks worse than Melania Trump's Jackie O ripoff dress, and the prompt is using the Xbox buttons, not the PlayStation buttons, which Call of Duty has been using in an exclusivity deal, this also seems to be a fake. Now, I can understand why people are faking shit for the new Call of Duty game, because if you gain thousands of followers for faking shit like Adam Sala did, then you could stroke your own EP by looking at the numbers. But it's telling that people in fucking January are already trying to give hope to those that constantly bash the game, yet play it incessantly, of having the next Call of Duty game being set in the past. Guys, here's a fucking clue for you. If all the people that really wanted to play a Vietnam-era boots on the ground game, there already is one available. It's Call of Duty Black Ops. The sheer number of players would get rid of the two biggest problems with the game, not finding lobbies and having hackers in your lobby. Stop making Call of Duty disposable every fucking year and go and play that goddamn game if you want a Vietnam-era COD. Focusing on the current Call of Duty title, there was a post from Infinity Ward community manager Ashton Williams outlining the timeline of the future updates to Infinite Warfare. The main things being that leaderboards will be by the end of the month, although it wasn't in the patch that dropped over the weekend. More on that later. Infinity Ward explained that the leaderboards will only show rank if you're within the top 1,000 players, and then if you're not, what percentile you're in if you're under that ranking. The rationale being that it promotes a more competitive multiplayer experience in order to entice people to get in that top 10,000, but really it's just a bullshit cloak to obfuscate the actual numbers of people playing, which was the speculation all along for why the leaderboards hadn't been put in yet. The post then goes on to pat themselves on the back for features that have been standard for years now. Speaking of standard features, the combat record and emblem editor also have defined dates in the end of February, meaning that the game is finally going to be a full package 4 months after its launch. PC cheaters will be cracked down on more, that there's an actual anti-cheat in the game and only came 3 months too late, and key exploiters didn't have their inventory reset, meaning for the amount of items gained, it was just a slap on the wrist. But Infinity Ward is going the Roger Goodell route of potentially assessing additional penalties in the upcoming weeks. Additionally, there will be more studio live streams to increase transparency, as it's becoming more obvious that Activision, spelled with a $, is really giving Infinity Ward the shaft in terms of making them put beepity bops to make money in the game instead of actually making their product better, especially if you read between the lines of some of the developers' posts on Reddit. Lastly, in that Reddit post, it was revealed that Tactical TDM is going to be a permanent playlist, and new game modes will be available for a full week instead of just a weekend, with Drop Zone being the latest new game mode. Lastly, in Infinite Warfare news, that update that I spoke of earlier has mostly minor bug fixes, but there's a few things that are interesting to me that I'll share with you. The first being that the mission team earn rate has been reduced and infected because, of course, Infinity Ward doesn't want people to earn shit, they want them to pay for it. And due to overwhelming feedback regarding how stupid the Ricochet changes were in hardcore mode, they reverted it back because, of course. Also, they finally fixed the care package troll bug in hardcore mode, so feel free to use that score streak once again. And if you're interested in playing a worse version of Infinite Warfare, Double XP is on through the weekend in Black Ops 3. I've been the Schwantz27, out like Obama. Until next time.